Hi there. Today we begin a couple of weeks of D500, starting with El Pipila Scramble. D500, isn't that the slow cars? Won't it be boring? On the contrary, D500 is anything but boring. Most people when they start doing rivals assume D500 will be easy. The cars are slower, so it must be easy, right? Wrong. It's true that D500 cars are slower, and that tends to make them easier to drive. But the problem is that difficulty is the same for everyone, and while they're easier to drive slowly, it's much more difficult to drive them fast. Because they assume D500 will be boring, fewer people even bother with it, which is a shame because it's a very challenging class. And that unpopularity is why D500 is so hard. It's a numbers game. Around 36,000 people have attempted this track in D500, compared with 1.3 million in A800. Of those 36,000, around 10 to 12,000 were clean laps. Compare that with A800, where there are only about 180,000 clean laps. So 50% of laps in D500 are clean versus 13% in A800. That means just getting a clean lap in A800 will get you into the top 13%. A clean fast lap will easily get you into top 5% or even top 1%. But in D500, a clean lap only gets you to top 50%, and you need to go a lot faster to get to top 5% or top 1%. And when you do get that fast lap, it's very satisfying. Incidentally, the reason there are so many dirty laps in A800 and other popular classes is that the game records rivals times in races as well as in rivals. Since most races are pushy-shovey affairs, at least some of the time, then far fewer clean laps are done in racing than in rivals. So far from being the easy option, D500 is perhaps the hardest class in the game to do well in rivals. All that said, let's get on with this race. Flying laps start pretty fast, but you need to lose speed to make the corner just after the start. Brake, coast, then back on the gas just after the flag, and follow the driving line. Get close to the wall but avoid hitting the poles. The section to the tunnel is straightforward. Stay on the driving line, stay close to the sides but avoid running into the poles. In the tunnel, stay on the driving line but be aware you'll be blinded at the exit. Take the exit slightly wide, stay on full power. You're blind here, the road goes to the left. Stay on full power and full lock left as you exit the tunnel. No need to brake for any of these bends either. Stay on full power and steer checkpoint to checkpoint. Stay close to the driving line, ease off a little for this left. Get over to the left before the bridge and be ready to feather the gas round this long, tight right-hander. Get on the gas as soon as the corner starts to open up. Click this flag, flat out through here, try to stay off the pavement as it can destabilise the car. You can't avoid the pavement here, a little bounce but not too bad. Now we're heading onto dirt. You can take this first corner flat out. Ease off and coast for this one. You might need just a dab on the brakes to stay in line. Back on the gas when you can. Flat out through here. Clip this flag, the fence on the left can slow you down. Keep left but avoid hitting it. Still flat out, these corners can be taken full speed. Don't be afraid to use all the road. Brake briefly before the hairpin, coast, then back on the gas as you clear the apex. You might need to ease off if you drift too close to the wall. Flat out through here, but there's a hard right uphill onto tarmac coming up. Brake early, off the brakes and turn, then flat out and keep turning to skirt the wall on the left. No problem here, stay flat out and keep right until the finish line. If this isn't a fast lap, then keep left instead of right to set up for the next lap to be faster. The car is the 1968 Renault 4L Export, tuned by Sandy. This is a barn find, so if you don't have it in your garage yet, you soon will. The barn where it can be found is here, northeast of the Baja outpost. It's not the fastest car, but it doesn't have to be. Cornering is much more important than speed on this track, and it corners almost unbelievably well. If you try it on this track, let me know in the comments how you get on. Good luck racing, goodbye.